guest in studio and coach of the Mountain Rim Gymnastics Conference champion BYU women's gymnastics team, Guard Young. Guard, congratulations.
Thanks. Nice to be out of the house, and parking was great this morning.
Yes, it was, because no one's here. Let's talk about that. So the MRGC, one of only two gymnastics conferences specifically in the country, named, hey, BYU, you're the champ. What did you think of that? You had 2 meets left in the season. It was almost done.
Yeah, we, we'll take it. We're happy. We liked the resume that we did this year. We faced every one of our teams twice. We beat them twice. We were the highest ranked team in terms of the national ranking. And so it was kind of like de facto, here you go. So it's like, yay. I mean, not quite how you want to maybe win a conference title, but we're proud of how we started the season and how we handled the middle part of the season as well.
What was this team pacing for? Currently ranked number 16, and Shannon Evans is back and healthy. I mean, what did you feel like you were going to be able to accomplish?
Well, we were, obviously conference is one of those little check marks that you're trying to get. What we're really focused on is the NCAA tournament, first and second rounds, and you got to be in a meet of 4. You got to be top 2 to make it out of those rounds. So I was really, really hoping that we could even uptick our ranking up to maybe 15th or even 14th. Maybe get a Denver regionals close by. We competed there once already that year. But the way it was looking we were going to be 16th seed going into Norman, Oklahoma, which would be fun for me because that's kind of where my roots were from. So anyways, just the fact that you were seeded going into the tournament, I think was going to be a big deal for our program.
And being ranked 16th nationally, the highest final ranking in 15 years, that's notable as well. What did you think of that?
Yeah, and, we overcame a lot of adversity that way. We lost a senior, Achilles tear in November. She was out for the season, Angel Zong, and then Shannon had a bad spill, missed the month basically of January, came back strong in February, then she had an ankle tweak. And I think in women's gymnastics there was something like 28 Achilles tears across the country. So we were just hypersensitive, and we weren't really too worried about, some meets that we could have put her in, but we were kind of like, let's focus at senior night, let's focus at conference, let's focus at that first round of the NCAA tournament. And then a pandemic hit. So unfortunately, we were on a great track to have her come right back in, and it didn't work out.
Guard Young with us on BYU Sports Nation. Your team put up a 197.075 against the Southern Utah on January 24th. That was the highest score since 2004. There's this theme developing. You're doing all these things for the first time in 15, 16, or 17 years. What's the next step for this program to continue this, what looks like a meteoric rise over the last 3 years?
Yeah, we have an unbelievable class coming back. We have 7 seniors next year. So this is going to be, I think, a remarkable year for us upcoming. We're already talking about it, circling dates, trying to figure out training plans. It keeps getting moved and shifted, so it's a little difficult. But these girls are really excited to get back in the gym, whenever that is, and we'll be ready to go. So we'll see how high we can get next year. I just really like we have 6 freshmen coming in. We got 7 seniors. We got a good mix in the middle. So could be a pretty good season next year.
Certain sports lend themselves to dealing with this situation more than others, right? Gymnastics seems like it's not one that is as favorable because of you're touching the bar. You're touching the golf. It feels like you could just go out there and kind of play, right? So what can you do, or what are you doing, I guess, with your team right now during this time where it's very different?
Yeah, well, first of all, they're students. And so that's the number one thing right now is, hey, you still got class. So, you got no excuse now. You got lots of time on your hand. Let's get those grades up. Let's get 100% on all of your assignments, those sort of things. So that's the number one thing that we're focused on right now. And then just trying to stay in, the most physical shape you possibly can. You got to start thinking outside the box, doing jumping jacks and push-ups in your living room, but it's hard to do your bar routine in your backyard. So, all our facilities are closed right now. We don't have access to them. So, I've never been out of the gym this long before in my entire life. And so...
What, 2 weeks right now?
Yeah. Yeah, actually a week and a half. We got shut down on a Wednesday. We actually held practice on Wednesday with less than 10, by the way. So so it's been a week and a half. And now my dreams are just like, they're out there. They're crazy. I'm dreaming about weird stuff. So, well, I have no idea what's going to happen the next, 4 or 5 weeks. I'm in trouble.
Any weirdness you want to share?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Staying with me.
Guard Young on BYU Sports Nation. Weird dreams and all.
I was thinking about the dream I had last night. I was in like a lazy river, but I was in a suit and I walked out dry. So yeah, that's weird.
We'll
That was weird.
that in about 15
Yeah, I saw
minutes.
some missionaries when we talked about the safety zone.
That is outstanding. Guard, the NCAA is about to rule on whether or not they're going to allow a full year of eligibility to all spring sports athletes coming back, and the winter conversation is going to come in there. What are you expecting for your seniors if they're granted anything to come back and compete again?
Yeah, that's a hard one. And the seniors, your heart goes out to them because they didn't get a finish with a bang. But, my heart goes out to every one of these girls on my team because my sophomores didn't get a postseason. My juniors didn't get a postseason. So, I would like to have that narrative shift just not away from the seniors, but to everybody. I mean, what would you like to see happen? And, frankly, I think what we should be doing is we should be trying to run these tournaments in the fall best we can. I mean, why don't we have an October Madness? Why aren't we doing, the bracketology and place these teams? And then you're asking these student athletes not to give up an entire year, to have their bodies come back for an entire season. Sometimes I don't think that is really the smart way to do that. But to ask them to give up a few more months to say, hey, we're going to run this tournament in October or November, and then that backs up to a 2021 season, and then your team's ready to go after that. I don't know why we're not talking about that narrative. I mean, for gymnastics, I'll speak for gymnastics, we don't get going until January. We absolutely could run an NCAA tournament in December with your current roster. You can't use your new freshmen. They're excluded. That's only forcing my athletes to come back, get in shape, get routine ready, and run a meet, run 3 meets. They can do that. Their bodies can handle that. And then that tournament will end, and then our 2021 season will begin with our new team. And they'll be in shape. They'll be ready to go. So I'm a little frustrated why we're not talking about something like that narrative.
At least putting a delayed tournament on the table.
Versus, hey, we're going to give you an entire year back, an entire year worth of scholarships, an entire year worth of, you have to go through another 12, 13-week season, which some of these girls can't do.
I'll tell you why they're not talking about it. Because it's easier to do nothing than something, right? It's easier to do nothing. So you are a winter sport, so that's part of the discussion as well. Do you feel like the spring sports who didn't get their seasons were extremely truncated should get all the eligibility back?
Absolutely, of course. Why not? If they didn't get more than 50% of their season done, they definitely, I think, maybe should. I think maybe 50% mark may be the key. I mean, even with eligibility, you got to compete less than 50% of your season to get back if, say, you get hurt with a medical. I don't know all the NCAA rules. I have a great compliance department that helps me.
Yeah,
with
that's
those.
their job.
But something more lines like that. I mean, winter sports, we had 2 meets left. So does that constitute an entire year back? Again, I'm looking at the safety of their health, but I don't want to speak for everybody either. They have to make up their own decisions if that's what best. Some girls need to do, some athletes need to do another year of school. So they're like, yeah, let's ready to go. Some are ready to graduate. I mean, they need to move on with their lives too, and you're asking them to sacrifice another year. Would I do it? Of course I would. I'd do anything to compete again. So I think it's a very unique situation for individuals, and you can't just say this is what you're going to do, for everybody.
Guard, you are a man that understands the Summer Olympics way better than most, preparing for them, qualifying for them. So to see an announcement like today, again, unprecedented, that is the word of March, of the Olympics being pushed back a full year to July 23rd through August 8th of 2021, what is that going to do to the games and to the athletes preparing for those games?
Wow. I mean, again, is that the right decision? in the current climate, I do believe it is the right decision. For me as an athlete, it absolutely would be. And that has everything to do with the ability to train and prepare. You know, there still might have been enough time to host and put on the games. We don't know that yet. However, to ask these athletes to try to train and work through something like this, I don't really think is fair to them. Their coaches, their training facilities. I know I have friends that are currently trying to make the USA Olympic team, and their gyms got shut down, and they had no place to train, and then they were trying to drive 5 hours down to Houston to train at their home gym, and as soon as they got there, it got shut down, and then they were going to drive to Colorado Springs at the Olympic Training Center, and then halfway there, it got shut down. I mean, there was really this like fear of I'm not going to be able to train. And I don't think that is fair. But now, you know, you bring in like, look at the athletes who have already qualified to the Olympics. Look at the athletes, you know, are they going to retain their spot? Are they going to have to re-qualify? What kind of shape and condition are they going to be a year from now? I mean, it just brings in just a whole bunch of different, you know, more challenges that you're going to have to work through.
Luckily, it's very simple and very linear for everyone in this whole. Oh wait, it's so complicated, right? Yeah.
But to delay it a year, yeah, that's the right thing versus canceling it. I mean, so at least they're not doing that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And for the record, you have brought your silver medal that you obtained, and you even lent it to Jerem for an afternoon.
And I have this app called Time Hop. It was a year ago or two. I just wandered around campus for an afternoon with it. That's one of the highlights of my life.
There was a little bit of a chip on the back of it that I want to come talk to you about.
That was me trying to get a piece of it.
Yeah. Guard's lawyer will be contacting you shortly.
Wait a minute. Now you've got to qualify for the Olympics and get another one. Shoot.
Guard, thanks for
Guard.
coming in. It's great to talk to you.
Guys.
Okay, coming up.